Good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning. If you can hear me in the chat, there we go. Heard, Chef. Thank you. Mephisto Satan, Devin Bambrick, Pavipika, Carbuncles, and all. I have been heard, and so I am hearing you virtually. Good morning. Hi, Ann. How are you? Welcome, everybody. Good morning from Maine. Hello. That is a place that I will be soon. But as maybe you can tell, I am somewhere else now. I am here, hunched over. Good morning from Brooklyn, YouTube user. Doing pretty decent, all things considered. Good, I'm glad to hear it, Ann. I'm hunched over the microphone. I'm hunched over creation, our creation, ready to continue our city building and destruction, entropy. All things fall apart, the center will not fold. You can see our fine city here of Cursed Hill, which I have been working on with you over the past couple of months. Why is it called Cursed Hill? Well, because take a look at it. I have to adjust to a different keyboard. I'm in a different location right now. That does it. There we go. Yeah, because it's got that cursed hill in the middle of it. And what is the curse of that hill? Well, this whole area got in trouble. You can see all of this, all of this rubble. We're going to fix it. But before we do, I just want to give everyone a sense of what's happening here. My name is John Hodgman, and this is The Joy of Zoning. Here I am. We can move around. There I am. The Joy of Zoning is a every now and then morning show where I imitate Bob Ross, the famous host of PBS's The Joy of Painting. But instead of meditatively painting happy little trees, I meditatively zone residential, commercial, and industrial districts in this game, the game of SimCity 2013. Here is our city from afar. From this side, not looking so great. On the other side of the hill, it's looking a little better. I don't know what happened, honestly, since the last time we spoke. You know, I came in here. I'm going to lift up my microphone a little bit. I'm going to put it on top of, why not blurb it? I got the new Stephen King. And looking forward to reading it as soon as I hit Maine. But until then, I am using it as a microphone stand. Microphone check. So very quickly, I'll just fill everybody in again. We started building this city 2 months ago. This had been a weekly gig during the Max Fun Drive. As you may know, I'm the host of the... You know what? I want to write these things down. What? Here we go. I'll edit. Yeah, well, that's not it. Let me edit that. Judge John Hodgman. Judge John Hodgman. And E pluribus motto at maximumfun.org. What happened to John Hodgman? Dicktown on Hulu at bit.ly/Dicktown, and Judge John Hodgman and E pluribus motto every week at maximum. There we go. Let's see. Let's do it. There we go. What happened to it? Whatever. Maybe you're joining me and you remember me from The Daily Show, or you read that article in Curbed yesterday, and you're like, whatever happened to John Hodgman? Where's he been hiding? Maine a lot of the time, but not as much as people think. I still live in New York. But I do spend a lot of time in Maine. I wrote about Maine for. Oh, I'm going to add that to another plug. Don't forget. Don't. Come on. Don't. There we go. Forget Vacation Land and Medallion Status. Now in paperback. I'll scroll that too. There we go. Now people can. Right. These are the things that I'm up to every day. They're keeping me quite busy. And by the way, don't ask about my secret project with David Reese. We'll add that too. There we go. Don't ask about that. But these are the things that I'm up to these days. But one of the things that I love doing more than almost anything else is playing SimCity 2013. And here we are of a Thursday morning. The weekend is in sight. Perhaps you've had a good week so far. Perhaps you've had a not so good week so far. I hope everything in this challenging world is leaving you at least okay, or variations of okay, okay plus, okay minus. That's the entire emotional band in which I reside these days. And I'm glad to tell you I am doing okay plus now, because I get to play SimCity 2013 with you. And the game is a city simulation builder from 2013 that is notoriously buggy. Particularly its multiplayer function proved so challenging to the company that brought it out that they couldn't do it anymore and they went bankrupt. Whoops. But it's still out there, and I still love to play it until someday the rights owners pull the plug, or it just becomes unplayably glitched. We'll see what happens first. Likely, I'll die first. Likely. I mean, look. I live a healthy lifestyle. I'm doing my best. I hope that I hang in there. Well, starting Thursday with a grim tone and time, my Maine herd says, yeah, Maine is gorgeous here today. I'm so glad. Now, next time we speak together, I will be speaking from a third location somewhere in Maine, more or less a month from now. But right now, I'm at a second location. I'm normally in my office, but right now I am in my different place. And I hope that it is finding you, my signal and my stream is finding you relatively robustly. And I hope that you're well. So, Cosmicolor is shoving off to work already. Thank you very much, and you can enjoy the video playback. Very simply go to the Judge John Hodgman YouTube page, where they are all archived, and you can pop over there. Oops, that's not what I'm looking for. Where's my other banner? Oh, I guess I changed it. Well, you can pop over there by going to bit.ly/ZoneJune, all in one word, all in all capitals. There we are. This is what I'm looking for. There it is, down at the bottom. I was right all along. I usually am. That, if you can watch this, and you might be watching this on Instagram. All right, I'm going to get to the game in 1 second. I just need to do some housekeeping. If you're watching on Instagram or on the service formerly known as Twitter, welcome, hello. I will not be able to see your comments using this streaming platform. If you would like to join the chat, and you might want to engage with me directly via the chat, or talk to your fellow nice chatters, the place to do it is the Judge John Hodgman YouTube channel, which is Judge John Hodgman Pod, all capital letters. Or if you just go to there it is, the URL that is crawling beneath me at the moment. You can go there, and that will bring you right to this live stream no matter where you are watching it. You can join the chat. And if you are watching it on the Judge John Hodgman YouTube channel, please subscribe. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and hit that bell. It costs you nothing, but it does a remarkable amount for our discoverability. over there at Judge John Hodgman Bod on YouTube. Go to bit.ly/ZoneJune now. And now I'm going to get into it and play. Thanks for everything. Nice to see all of you piling into the room. If you are a latecomer and you still don't know what's going on, go over to bit.ly/ZoneJune. If you're not already there, join the chat and ask them what's happening. They're all really, really nice. Hello from the Sonoran Desert. Nice to see you. Good morning from Iowa. Oh, we've got an upcoming episode of E Pluribus Motto on the subject of Iowa. I just spent a lot of time in the Wikipedia world of Iowa yesterday. And R.L. Stein69, who's a regular member of this chat, asks a question that usually gets things going if you don't know what to talk about. What did you have for breakfast today? I'll leave that question in the chat as I go into our world of Cursed Hill. And I'll change this banner to this. There we go. All right. So, well, since last time we spoke, I have not played SimCity at all, honestly. And as I was opening up our world again, in my conversation with Adrian Miller of the Curbed website, part of the New York Magazine family of media, I realized, I want to send some screenshots. So I opened up our world again and got it going just to see how things were going, and it was going pretty well. And then I accidentally left it open for a couple of hours, and look what happened. Devastation. And it happened because of a power issue and a water issue, and to a degree a sewage issue. I don't remember how we were powering our city, so this is a good time, and you can see as I'm now in the power overlay, you can see that all that red in here means that these buildings don't have power. What are we using to power our city? I can't find it here. Can you? Was it coal? Was it oil? It would be nice if it could just show me very plainly where it is. Someone in the chat must remember. Not powered by love. Not powered by sewage. You can, I think. In fact, we might later. Not powered by New England spite. Okay, here we are. This is the problem. Coal power plant. And the power plant is importing coal, I believe, locally. Right? Local deliveries of coal, which makes sense because what is this? A coal mine. I honestly don't remember this city at all, so this is a great opportunity to get back into it. And then we're going to be hopping over quite soon to the resort community we're going to build. So we grew too much and we ran out of energy, so we need to up the ante here. We can add a dirty coal generator or an advanced coal generator. They each cost the same amount to run. In fact, dirty coal costs more, so let's invest in this other kind. And this should help us resolve. There we go. Now we're maxed out on that coal plant. Actually, we're not, because I realize I can get rid of this old dirty coal generator. And replace it with an advanced one. And that brings us up. Now we're doing a little bit better, it would seem to me. Everyone's talking about their breakfast in the chat. You love to see it. And while I'm over here, I will bulldoze this rubble. That was a factory, I presume. It shall rebuild, and you can see it happening before your very eyes. Then we also had a water issue. And buildings need water. And I seem to recall that we had a water. Let's take a look at our water. There we go. All that brown is pollution. And there's my water plant there. And you can see that around the water plant, the pump is running dry. So that's that problem. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pick a nice area here to add more water. And this, look at all the empty space in here. What is this zone even? It's zoned for nothing. Well, why don't I put a water plant there, for heaven's sake? I've got almost 7 million simoleons burning a hole in my municipal pocket. Why wouldn't I? That's what I'm going to do, in fact. Why haven't I been doing this whole time? And in fact, why don't we go ahead and max that out? Our budget is still well in the green. 5. Oh, I can add one more over there. This is a terrific place. How did I not see this before? I mean, I learn something from SimCity every day. It's like anything. A draft of a short story or any other piece of writing you're doing or a piece of art or a jigsaw puzzle or a crossword puzzle. Put it away, come back to it later, you see different stuff. We don't need this anymore. We don't need that at all. These people aren't going to love. There's not enough room to increase density. Oh, this is right. This is our town hall. I forgot about our town hall. What's happening at town hall? There's an upgrade available. I don't want to bulldoze it. Let's do it. Let's upgrade it. Oh, nice little fireworks display. I told Curbed that I would be doing this today from 9 until noon. Normally I go for 2 hours, but I guess I'm committed to 3. And I'll do it. Upgrade roads to increase density. Really? Are our roads not fully upgraded? Okay. We have a population of about 79,000, which is not tremendously higher than the population of Des Moines, Iowa. Speaking of Iowa, have a little sip of liquid. I don't know why I'm trying to hide what I'm drinking here. It's Diet Coke. I didn't have time to make coffee. And I'm going to be streaming for 3 hours, so I might as well do it streamer style. Oh yeah, remember this? We added a little ferry terminal here to bring commuters over from our other city, but there's no one there yet. Our planned community is still in the planning stages. So why are we still, buildings need water? Well, that's just going to take some time to populate through. And then this issue was mega towers, right? Probably we have a massive unemployment issue. Or I should say employment issue. I don't think we have enough buildings, workers needed here in the rubble. I am going to clear away the rubble, but I'm also going to consider while I'm doing it Industrial demand is quite high. Commercial demand is quite low. So maybe we should be dezoning some commercial and rezoning some residential. And what am I holding this space for? That's a trade depot. What are we selling again here? Coal. What do we even have in this city? So coal, oh, it's ore. This is ore. I was thinking about putting another ore mine here. And I was holding this space too for another little ore mine. This space I've given up. And this space is our, this is our water. You can see here, that's our water. I filled up that. So one thing's for sure is that we can now zone this area where the old water plant used to be, we can zone it residential. And even though we don't need a lot more commercial, I will zone a little bit of commercial here to act as a buffer. I can even see what I'm doing. There it is. Okay. And then I don't know what my plan ever was for this city. I don't think I'm ever going to become a metal magnate. I definitely think that we can put in some residential here. If I want to build an ore mine again, I can. I don't know why this is. Is that a park? Let's go in. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's a park there. Park. Let's go ahead and put some more residential here. How about? And for that matter here. We just need to get some more residents, you know what I mean? We need residents. This is a nice little spot for some kind of a park here. What can I plop in there? Yeah, another one of these. That'll make this more attractive to residents. There we go. My dreams of dominating the field of ore are, yeah, I'm exporting ore to make money. I could double my money and make more ore, but I'm going to go ahead and give people some homes because do you know what? Housing is important. There's another little spot that I never zoned. And maybe I'll add another couple of park and rides over here. Keep these kids off the street. And I wonder how much of that devastation we saw before was, it's mostly commercial. It's industrial specifically. So now I'm going to go ahead. Oh, and then there was a sewage issue. Blocked up pipes. Where does the poop flow? Here it flows over. It flows for thee. Yeah, this needs to be maxed out too. I have to say, I set this up better than I thought. It's not like I ran away from some unsolvable problems. I actually built in space for growth. Particularly on those crucial systems, water, energy, and sewage. And consequently, when I let the simulation run amok for a while, we naturally started to top out those systems. But I had room to just add them on once I refamiliarized myself with what the heck is going on in Cursed Hill. One thing that's happening is the chat is lively and fun. I can see everyone's having a great time without me, so keep going. Show comments on stage. What does that mean? Oh. Seems to me like I can add your comments this way. Comments take the stage. Where are they going to show up? Live comments from viewers will appear on screen. Well, let's see what happens if I do that. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see your comments. Let me know if you see them. All right, I'm going to go back to the city anyway. And, oh, this is another issue here, is that this road has not been upgraded. Oh, that's really interesting. I never upgraded any of this to high density. And you can see that this town is ready to grow. That will help get folks in town as well. That's high density. Oh, maybe I did a fair amount. Oh, see, over here. Making the streets high density obviously increases lanes of travel, and it allows for more growth. Densifying. Housing is important, density is important. You can see here we are back at, okay, I guess I did a lot of densifying after all. Here we are back at our coal plant. And that factory that I destroyed is, in order to expand my coal output, is now rebuilding nicely. And there's a lot of trash around. Trash around here. And maybe I'll just put one, zone this here. I'll just put one, a sad little house here. How about that? I mean, why not? Can you imagine living in that corner next to the oil plant? Can you imagine living in this corner? In the coal mine? You're living in a coal mine. I'll add some parks to make that a little bit more attractive. How about? I often like sneaking in sports fields into the coal mine area. I don't want to put a soccer field there. It's too big. There we go. Here, put a skate park in there. No. Volleyball court. And maybe a fountain here. I don't know. fit anything in there, can I? Tennis courts. There we go, some tennis courts. And a basketball court. There we go. What a weird place to live, but why not? People need to live places. We need to experiment. Here's our community college. Probably could use an extension wing. Want to keep an eye on my budget. Yeah. I'll put that there. And then I'm going to do some bulldozing of this garbage here. And what's the street density here, I wonder? You know, they say what you want to do is, and I've never been able to do this as a writer, just write your first draft as fast as you can. Then put it away somewhere, and when you come back, you just pretend someone else wrote it. Look at this. Now we're getting some real buildings being built here, eh? Isn't that pretty? 8:39 p.m. here in Cursed Hill, in a region that we decided to call New England land. If you want to see the whole region, all you have to do is click on Region View, and here we are. All these blue dots of all the things, they represent bus stops. That's because we're in the public transportation tab. And we can see that there are buses moving around within Cursed Hill and going out of Cursed Hill. And there are airplanes flying overhead to unknown destinations. I don't know what this single blue dot over here is. Is that an airport? Somewhere in the region? If so, I can't see it. I didn't make it. This is the region of New England land, where our population has just topped 80,000 thanks to our housing initiatives. I see something in the chat here. Oh yeah, there's the chat. It's over there in the corner, isn't it? How's that going? There's a large tennis complex next to Dow Chemical in Michigan. Cough, cough. Yeah. Trust me, Dow Chemical knows the tricks for how to make industrial areas a little bit more appealing. And this is where we're going to be going soon. We're calling it Fort Ferguson. And I had no memory of setting up the beginnings of another city. But I did. And we're going to go over there in a minute. Right, everyone's having a nice Midwestern convo about the heat and the humidity. Because I cannot monitor the comments, I'm going to turn them off. They're still on. You can still go and chat if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. I think that's it. Oh, and Twitch, of course. But if you would like to chat, my recommendation is please go to the Judge John Hodgman YouTube page and subscribe and join the chat there. And you can chat and so forth, but I'm not going to put it on the public screen because I can't. I don't have someone monitoring it, so I don't want anything bad popping up. I hope nothing did already. Tracy says, "Hey Tracy, nice to see you virtually. Good luck with building the city. I'm off to build my city, civil engineering at its finest." Wow. Real world stuff. And yes, terrible heat for the week here and very bad heat here in Brooklyn, New York, but it's cooling off a little bit here. Let's not talk about it. All right, let me go back into this city and fix all of this devastation. And this is just a matter of cleanup now. There was a disaster of some kind that I was not, when I was not paying attention. There was also a period of no power and too much sewage that caused people to abandon buildings. And a lot of these abandoned buildings were indeed industrial. Check my zoning. So you'll see here, if you can, there's a tiny little red arrow. Now there is no industrial demand. That was, oh, now there is high industrial demand that is going down. And that is because I've cleared out these industrial zones that were choked up with sewage. What's this? Who are you? Park and ride. And I wonder if maybe I should actually rezone a little of this to residential. This was already commercial, industrial. Maybe I'll just zone some of this residential. Just a tiny bit of commercial here. And then we'll give that over to residential there, industrial there. Because we still have very high residential demand in all wealth categories. And now look at that, we still have some rubble. And we're just gonna go piece by piece and clear it away. I can't remember whether it was Kate or Ann who taught me that you could find the rubble by clicking on the little icon next to Hard Hat Guy. And when there's no more icon, that means there's no more rubble. We did it. Holy moly. Now 83,000 folks, 6.6 million simoleons in the bank. Mining report 154,000 adjusted revenue last month. Yeah, I think it was you, Ann, who pointed this out. Without the icon search, it's impossible to find the rubble. And I don't know whether or not, one of the things they don't tell you is the temperature, right? At the time, it is the year of, it is July, year 3 of our city, 12:19 a.m. It is, we are in the dark of midnight. Let's prowl our streets for a moment. Everyone is leaving our city here, but here come some people coming in. Let's go follow them around. Upgrade roads to increase density. All right, I'll upgrade some roads too. Yeah, it's time. Let's just look around. Look at these cute Sims crossing our little bridge here. They're returning home. Let's follow them. Get a little tour of the city. All right, great tour. We have traffic problems, obviously. Tess Lamb is going home. And there they are. Upgrade roads to increase density. I mentioned in the Curb article that one of the things that I discovered was the benefit of slow development. You know, one of the first things I used to do when I played this game as a rank amateur was upgrade the roads as quickly as possible, and it really wasn't necessary. You got it. They won't build. Look at this. I like to be here when they're first hatched. They imprint upon the first person they see. Jurassic Park. I'm not talking about a dino. I'm talking about this building. Let's speed it up and watch it grow. Okay, okay. It's very loud, isn't it? Did you see the moon is setting? There's another building. There's another building being built in the background. It's going up and up. A period of high growth here in Cursed Hill. Yeah, that was the thing that this mistake that I would make, panic switch. Getting the roads to max size and wondering why no one moved in. Yeah, I'd do the same thing. But that's okay. You know? I mentioned before, and I'll say it again, that this is my first round of playing this in 2013, way back when we were young, was catastrophically anxiety producing because I just wanted to do the best. I wanted to make no mistakes. I thought all of these little, there we are, that's all built up now. I thought all of these little ants had feelings, and they do for the purpose of the game. Tyler Sabino is feeling happy and going home. Let's follow them. Guess they're waiting on what happened? Why aren't we following it? Here, we'll follow this way. Oh, unfortunately, Madeline Huang just got downsized. So, yeah. They do have feelings, right? But just like actual anxieties in your head, they're just thoughts. Acknowledge them, say hello, and then let them go. Goodbye. I feel for you, Madeline, but you're a computer program. Learning to tolerate the distress of things going wrong in this completely zero stakes environment that is trying to convince you, like all video games do, rather innocently in this case, that it is the highest stakes environment, is one of the greatest lessons that I've learned. And it's definitely applicable to real life. I don't think I created the term dense up, though. I don't think I can take credit for that. I think that comes from the game. It's morning in Cursed Hill. Sound effects are quite loud. Let me make an adjustment there. Come on. There we go. I don't need to yell. You know what I just remembered? Why did I just remember this? Oh, there we go. No? That's what I want. I just remembered, maybe it was because of the 2013. I just remembered when I was 13. And Damon Graff's mom took us both to France. She was a French teacher, and she took us both to France. It was the summer after our first year of high school, so maybe I was 14. I don't know what dates are anymore. But I remember staying in some hostel or something, or maybe it was a little hotel somewhere, and watching Live Aid early in the morning. For us, early in the morning was probably 1 p.m. Must have been, because Live Aid was behind 5 hours. And eating a croissant and drinking coffee. With the windows open. What a great memory. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, you're R.L. Stein 69, you're seeing that this is absolutely true. I had already started to intuit how to breathe through anxiety and not let these hard hat creeps yell at me too much because they're just little pictures. He's always yelling. He's always going to be yelling. But then I did have a course of DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy. And, you know, the coursework is all online. You can go check it out. Sounds like I'm pitching a cult, but it's not. It's just a therapeutic practice that I found to be very helpful. All right. Industrial demand is under control. Residential demand is still high for low and high wealth workers, but medium wealth, middle class folks are well settled here. This is going to be a big old building, big old commercial building. What I want is big new residential buildings, but there's a lot of building happening. Our city is growing and growing. Our budget is in the green. Our population is now at 117. High rises are popping up like mushrooms everywhere. Traffic is moving. We're gray across the board. Gray means good. It's time to check out our other city. And while we are loading it, okay, I gave them some money. 1 million simoleons. And, you know, I'll give them a little bit more. You know, it's been a long time since we started from scratch. When you start a city from scratch, you only have 50,000 simoleons. But now every city is my Nepo baby. We've made a lot of money by slowly building this city over here. We also made a lot of population to go work in that city. And we're building population to come and work over here too. And what do I remember from this city? Very little. Fort Ferguson is not a name that, uh-oh. Yeah, okay, everything's okay. Fort Ferguson is not a name I chose. We simply haven't built the city enough yet to name it ourselves. So let's take a look. Obviously I laid out some streets here. Did we do this together? I don't know. Now, why would I have made this bridge? And I suspect it's because one thing I've learned, is that when you are extracting resources, and extracting resources is a big part of this game, don't blame me. Don't blame the player of the game. Play the game of the game. Blame the game. It's a saying that I'm working on. Don't blame the player of the game. Blame the rules of the game and the game developers who gamed it out. I'll get there. So my guess would be, and again, I don't remember any of this, that this area here has some natural resource beneath it. Excuse me. And when you are extracting natural resources, before you can make money off of them, you have to get them to market. And that means they got to go out of the city. The trucks need to take the oil or the ore or the coal or the computer chips or whatever it is you are mining. And then they get out of the city. And if they are leaving your trade depot here, they got to stop. Phew, now we get to leave. But my thought here was bypass. So the trade depot will go here, and the delivery trucks will just speed along here, and then inevitably be in a traffic jam here. But not if I don't add anything else to this road. You see what I mean? Thinking about future traffic patterns, I'm realizing that if I bear with me here. If this is only for this bridge, then that should make getting our stuff to market pretty easy. So it'll make this left turn and then an easy right turn, and out they go. So what was or is the natural resource that I'm hoping to exploit here? I think I remember that it was oil. Is it coal? No. Is it ore? No. Is it oil? Yes. Oil here. Oil over here. You can see I kept a great big area to build an oil field here. More oil over here. You know, in past, I would have said, look, I've got almost 2 million simoleons in my pocket. Why don't I just build a city and not try to amass further wealth and turn this into an academic paradise? That was what I was doing in almost every city. For obvious reasons, the fossil fuel industry sucks. You don't want to play that game, do you? But again, it's the nature of the game. The more wealth you acquire for your city, the more fun stuff you can do with it. Build a cathedral, whatever. Is that applicable to the real world? I don't know. But I'm a benign despot here, and I need to be an oil despot. Because the other thing I learned is that oil runs out. These huge oil fields that I found, they told me where they were. I wasn't searching for them. I wasn't prospecting. But these huge oil fields, I can get a lot of oil out of them, trade that for a lot of wealth. Once I'm trading even more and more, I won't even need this bridge anymore. I can put in a trade port here with ships that will come and take my goods away and then bring me wealth. And just when I become addicted to that wealth, these oil fields will run dry. But when that happens, I'll already have built up the rest of the city, particularly up here on this plateau, which has no natural resources. Well, it's got a little coal, but I'm not going to mess with that. Let me get rid of that, please. There we go. This beautiful plateau, which already has a ramp built into it, right? And we can have an academic paradise up here. This could be our university up here, right? Or maybe we'll even go futuristic and build an academy, which is its own thing within this game. But right now we need some population and we need some basics coming in, right? So let's go ahead and zone. Poor Johnny Hardhat has been yelling at me all morning to draw a residential zone, and I haven't done it yet. And I'm telling you, this is the sad confession. 2013 John Hodgman would be this guy would be living in his head. I'd be very upset. Better a benign despot who can use the money for civic betterment than a private company enriching themselves. Yes, this is all of this resource extraction is state-owned, and I am very rarely a monster. So let's go ahead and zone some residential. And some commercial and some industrial. So first we got to see which way the wind blows. The wind is blowing this way. So we want our industry to be over here. That's probably too much, but you know what? I can always take it back. And now let's go ahead and zone some residential over here. And I'll just add a hint of commercial over here to service these folks. And go ahead and do the same over here. Just a hint of commercial. See, he's just yelling not enough freight producers. Well, I hate to break it to you, Johnny Hardhat. That we don't even have stores yet. Just because I'm zoning stores doesn't mean you get to yell at me. And we'll keep it going from there. Mostly residential, a little corner of industry there. Do the same over here. Come on. There we go. I'm going to just give them the tiniest little commercial district there. And we just keep going along like that. These, I'll tell you, these blocks that I built, those tiny ones are pretty tiny, quite honestly. These are the kind of the right size, and I'm going to go ahead and put shops here because the rest of this will be residential. And I'll do maybe a little something like this. And like that. One of the things, I don't know if you can see this, but I've just tuned into it recently, is when you're zoning here, you see the thick, pale blue line on the right, and then cast your eyes over directly to the left, you see a more narrow, dark blue line. That represents the backs of the building. So if I wanted to, it's really best to do half and half, but what you basically, you don't want to do is, you want to make sure that you have room. Let me show you what you don't want to do. How about that? So here you can see this building can go at its maximum development. I'm trying to point at the screen, but you can't see my finger. The rear of the building will terminate at that narrow green line. Can you see it? Try to show it to you a little bit better. You can see buildings are popping in. Well, this is a good example, right? Like, if I were to do this and then fill the rest up with commercial like that, these houses, these commercial buildings will encroach upon essentially the backyards of these houses. You got to leave them room to grow. So a situation like this is kind of pointless because they're bunched up too closely together. Oh my word, we need power. Good news is we can buy from the region for now. Same with water. Same with sewage. Nope, can't. All right. So if I had not built Cursed Hill, let's go back to our city, please. I would have had to put in a power source here, and I will. I don't want to just be buying power from Cursed Hill. But if I were starting from super scratch, I would have gone to my power tab, and probably built a wind power plant to upgrade later to an oil power plant. But I am simply, we have our sister city of Cursed Hill creating power already in excess, as well as excessive water. So we're just going to buy that from them. We don't have to clog things up. Petition to build a gaming house approved. Let's hold that in our minds. First, we're going to get our oil going. And also we're going to get our sewage going. Because I built that other city, I could build a whole sewage plant. And you know what? I'm going to do it right there. It's a better use of that space for now. Well, let's just, where is the water, just so I know? Oh, there's lots of water everywhere. Only on this high plateau is there no water, other than that corner. And what's this up here? It's a train station. See the train? Choo-choo. We'll definitely build a train station up here. But let's keep working with what I laid out here. Cursed Hill's garbage trucks are coming to help keep our city clean. I don't want to build on the oil wells, or what will be the oil wells, but there's no reason that we can't plop a city hall someplace. Okay. These blocks are all too tight, honestly. Let's Let's see what happens with them. Can't even get a city hall in there. We'll save the city hall for later over here. Oh, but I was going to zone some more stuff. Right. So we can go ahead and zone some shoreline real estate here. A little bit of commercial in there. I don't like that actually. Well, I do like it. What have I done? Make this a little bit of commercial district there. There we go. This is a little bit better. And I'll zone residential here. There won't be any oil there, so I can put some shops in there, add a residential block there. Let's see. What's that line I'm looking at there? Interesting. And I'll do a little bit of commercial here. And a little bit of commercial here. See? And then more residential. Like that. Pardon me, I had to scratch my eye. And then we could put our city hall. It's probably a good idea to have a city hall one of these days. One of these days. You know what? I'm going to see what my road situation is. Let's start figuring out this plateau a little bit. How do I connect the lower city to the upper city? Oh, and because it's the lower city, I think it's a good idea to have a fire station going, and that'll fit in very nicely there. Or even here in the corner. That's a good spot for it, honestly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I have to, as my game has improved, I realize I do have to purposefully zone for high wealth, medium wealth, and low wealth areas. And so, without being too crude about it, well, why shouldn't I be crude? It's going to be an oil city. This lower portion will be low income. This lower part of the plateau will be middle, and this upper part will be high. And that's just the way it's going to be. Now, oil. Oil can. Hey, Llama. How's everything going in the chat? Oh, we're 15 minutes past the first hour. Thank you for joining us for ASMR zoning content. Please feel free to put me in the background. That's the whole point. I'm relaxing. You're relaxing. I'm going to hit the cough button so I can clear my throat. Good. As we come up here, we're well into hour 2. Let me just remind everybody that my name is John Hodgman. It's the joy of zoning, my every now and then morning meditative practice where I zone out while zoning residential, industrial, and commercial districts in the notoriously buggy, decade-plus-old game, SimCity 2013. Think of it as the joy of painting with Bob Ross, but instead of me painting happy little trees and making happy little accidents, I'm building oil fields in a crude city. Yeah, just relax and hit Excel with sticks. Don't know what that means. All right, here we go. Let's get crude. Nope. Oh, go ahead. I will. We have a lot of income coming in, so why not add a little oomph to our fire station? And speaking of income, let's go ahead and raise taxes. I'm not against taxes. Not enough shoppers. I know we're getting there, buddy. I do see a little bit of zone that I can zone on there. That's good. I think this is a good spot to build something. Right. And when you build close up against these ravines, that's a good place for parks or water. But yeah, you want to keep some big blocks available for residential, etc. And now let's go to city specialization. Pardon me. And we're getting some basic services from Cursed Hill. You can see the ambulance is coming. Our garbage trucks are coming to take that stuff away. We need a dump. We need a dump. I'm telling you. It's usually easier to build off to the right. I want my trade depot to be over there. So I want this here. That's where I want it. Sad faces everywhere. No one loves an oil field. Well, too bad. And that can go right next door. I don't love that I have to, but I do. And I will add. Oh, you know what? That's a mistake. And it's okay. That's not where that wants to be. I just realized, because I'm blocking access to my own oil. Boom. This wants to be here. That's more like it. And it will want an oil, at least one. I'll say 2. And we will start managing those global deliveries by exporting the oil. Well, oil field is working. We're closed, now hiring. And then we can get in and get a little granular. Well, one thing we want to do is extend this service road out a little bit. Yep. That's perfect. Yep. And then we want to max out our delivery trucks. We want to get that oil out of there. And we can add derricks like that. And then we can bring our road over this way. And then down like so. Now, do I want to do it that way? Or do I want to do it this way? I think this is more, what? Don't want those to connect. Although I do think only oil trucks will go down there. Now I can add some sweet oil derricks here. That's 6 of 10. And you're just following the oil. Come with me. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I'll know that for next time. Come with me as we follow the oil. I'd love to have them going the same way. This is surprisingly elegant. Oh, come on. You telling me I can't squeak another one in there? You telling me I can't squeak? What have I done wrong? Waste of money. No, need that to connect. Thank you. There we go. Maybe, sorry, waste of $10,000. It's like that time that Delta built that Delta One lounge. Maybe I can be a little bit more efficient here. What do you think? Then I can put number 8 in there, yeah, and bring along number 10 right there. So they're not all facing the same direction. So what? So now I have completely maxed out this oil field. Now I have more territory to deal with. This, I think I can do this. I understand. They're going to want to yell at me, but I'm not going to allow them to do it. Now it needs to be a little bit up. I wanted to, I don't know why I couldn't draw that road a little bit closer, but I couldn't. Okay, now I have all this room around here to develop in different ways. Oh, let's press play. I didn't realize I was in pause that whole time. So, for example, I could now, I know, not enough shoppers. I mean, I could now zone that all residential. People could live around that oil field. I could take my city hall. Well, it could fit in there okay, not great. You can see those 3 red spots over there. That means those modules won't be able to fit in there. But I don't know that I need that many modules. Should we do it? Sure. Done. We did it. People like having the city hall around it. Will make them happier. And we can name our city. I know just the name, because we were talking about crude, and we're talking about New England, and we're talking about a semi-industrial city on a waterfront, sort of like New Haven. Why not call it Crude Haven? Crude Haven. God or whatever must love us. And yeah, good. And we're building population to hour 2. Where was that? Building population. Oh, right, to get a city hall upgrade. Excuse me. Let's make that bigger. There we go. You don't want to see me. You need 5,000 residents. And we need more shoppers. We need a lot. We need a lot. I mean, realistically, am I going to put another oil field in here or just get this one under control? Should I do this residential? I don't know. But slow and steady wins the race, or loses the prize, or whatever it is. I want to know, can I build a road to the plateau from here? This dotted line suggests that I might be able to. Not enough shoppers, I know. Well, why did you say I could if I couldn't? What if I raise it up as a bridge? No, can't. How am I? Oh. What's that? Huh. All right. This is a little puzzle. This is a little puzzle. I don't need that little road up there. But I can't connect it to anything, can I? All right, let's play around with this for a second. I'm going to get rid of this road. Go back to how we started. What if I were to do some switch backing? That. Whoa. Oh. There was some green there. Oh. All right, that's something to look at. What if I could I do something like that over here? No, no. Oh. Is there anything, is there anywhere I can go? Oh. Wowie zowie. Get out of my face. Petition to build Petroleum HQ approved. I'm trying to end my road. Does that look good? What if we did a straight line? Yeah, we can. Oh. I don't know, it's a little lumpy, but I love it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what it would be like to live up there? Let's go over here. Connect this end. Sorry to be so quiet. Just trying to figure this all out. Look, I don't hate it. Could be better. Could be straighter. Could be nicer. How did I fix that? What's going to go in there, I wonder? Thought I heard someone trying to come into my apartment. 2 abandoned buildings. Well, let's continue on our journey, shall we? Let's see how well we can do this. I'm just going to... So one way to do this would be to hug the road. And I don't think I've ever really hugged the road this way before. So I'm going to just continue on this journey. What's to dislike about that? Nothing. I agree with you. What's to dislike about that? Nothing, right? I mean, I didn't hug the road over here. I just got to follow through with my plan, I think. Do my road hugging. Where do I get over here? I wish I could, I mean, this is some really nitpicky stuff, but I wish I could make this connection a little bit more circular, you know? Yeah, that looks nice to me. I like it. I like it, everybody. I think that's better, honestly. Oh, be quiet. Abandoned buildings, what do I care? It's better, because I wasn't going to be able to build along this road because it wasn't flat enough, you see what I mean? All right, so now we sort of have a whole, something akin to a whole city. And I'm just going to build out a grid up here, or try to. Start to. I wonder if there are any ways to connect. Almost. Yep, there it is. We need to get downtown to uptown. I will use the curved tool here because I just think it'll be nicer. No way to get that up, right? This weirdly we can't, come on. Oh, we're going too fast. I hear that jingle jangle of coins. We are selling some oil. We should probably have some more delivery trucks ready to go. Gotta watch my posture. All right, roads everywhere. Let's go back to our roads. Back to our fun time with roads. I don't know. It's weird, but I don't hate it. You know what I mean? It's weird, but I don't hate it. Out of curiosity, I wonder what would happen if I were to just make a little break there and instead try to continue this road this way. No, Doesn't want to do that. What if I were to get rid of this whole road? Oops, didn't want to do that exactly. But instead did want to do, where are we here? Yeah. Boing. Is that bananas or what? It's pretty bananas, I think. But, you know, we got to get people moving up and down. And that's just an oil field there anyway. Or that's what it always was anyway. That won't go through there, right? So we don't want this road anyway. I don't mind big blocks. I like big blocks, and I cannot lie. Sorry to be so quiet. I'm just very meditative now. I'm enjoying it a lot. I hope you're having a good morning, or, you know, doing the best you can with everything that you've got. Interesting, right? It's interesting. I mean, at the very least, it's interesting. Isn't that all we can hope for sometimes? I'm a little annoyed at myself here for that. Well, I'm annoyed, but thrilled. What does that look like close up even? What would it be like to drive around there? Like, can you even, I'm trying to get a view. Why can't I get a view of my own city? Whoa, you see? Huh. I would not want to be cresting this little hill here if I were you. Yeah, if you like chatting on Twitch, you're welcome to do it. Hey, everybody in the world who's confused. My name is John Hodgman. This is hour 2 of 3 of The Joy of Zoning. Ooh, gotta stretch a little bit. In which I am playing SimCity 2013 and building a little city. Right now I'm laying out roads. I love to lay out happy little roads. And remember, you put them down, you can always pull them up. If you're joining us on Twitter, or the formerly known as Twitter, or Instagram, hello, welcome, love to have you here. I will not be able to see your comments. If you want me to see your comments, please go to whatever it is, bit.ly/zonejune. Get rid of this. When we can show it. There. Here comes a comment. Is this a PC game? No. I am a Mac. And I downloaded this, I think, on Steam a long time ago. I'm glad to know, though, that you find this to be a good background for work from home emails. Good for you, Jeff. I'm glad that you are a PC. I am not. I'm a Mac. In any case, I am going to continue doing this until noon Eastern. But I do need to take a sip of this liquid. And now, with your permission, I will get right back in it. Let's say at the top of the hour at 11 a.m. Eastern, I'll take a break and give you an assessment of where we are and maybe answer some questions that you might have. Look at this. Buff Druid is having the best Thursday morning. Tea, perfect temp. All right, going back into it. I mean, this is a little bit of madness. But I'm living with it. I'm living with this madness, and I don't mind it. I'm going to continue just as I hugged the ledge, so I will now hug the ledge down here. But that's not nice enough. And I don't love that just yet either. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm gonna just keep working on this. And let's go and get close. Is there something I'll be able to, I wonder, I don't think there's anything I'm gonna be able to build it up in there. No. Smooth this out if you don't mind, though, please. I mean, this is very nitpicky, but that's what I want to do. Sometimes you gotta pick those nits. That's much nicer. Look at this. This could look better, too. I feel like. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. And I wonder if I can even do something like this. Yes, I could. I did have to sneeze there for a moment. Sorry. It's just fun to see where the roads can go sometimes, you know? That's fun. I don't need it to be. I don't need it to be like that, though. You think? Actually, it's less fun than I thought. Hold on that for a moment, shall we? Two crimes committed per day. So let's go ahead and add a police station. And we'll need a clinic. Okay. I don't love that. Let's curve this out a little bit more, shall we? See what we can do there. It's not really what I was looking for. Yeah, that's good enough. Now then, what next? What next? Let's do this. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, I could do that, couldn't I? Okay. Hold that thought. Let's do some squares. I mean, is it tempting? Is it tempting to continue with our arcs? Certainly it's tempting, right? To do something like this. Certainly that's tempting. And you know what? I'm into it. I'm into temptation. I don't like that though. That's a little wacky. That's a little wacky for me. But I mean, oh. I mean, I don't know. Pretty dramatic way to travel. I don't hate it. I love it. That will not connect, right? That will never connect. Uh-oh. Stop the presses. There's a UFO sighting. Hey. There it is. You see it? Stop. Look at that little guy. Two of them. What's happening here? Oh. Someone call Dave Foley. Dude, what are you gonna do? Gotta take a picture. It'll last longer. Uh-oh. Yeah. Taking some of my folks away. Gotta take a picture. Hi, folks. I miss you. Whoa. And that was it. There it goes. What did it take? Moving in on this one now. Burning off some energy. You're about to get sucked up into a... There they go. Well, wasn't that something? Well, dude, are you leaving or are you staying? It's them little green men. What are you doing to my oil field, though? Does anyone know in the chat what these UFO visitors want from my oil field? Uh-oh. I've never seen this before. Green? What are you doing? What are you stealing from me? What happened? What does it mean? Does anyone who plays SimCity know what just happened? Not even Anne's seen it before. Well, now I'm color my flabbergasted. That was something. What were they doing with the green laser beam? I didn't even get a picture. No one will believe me. Back to roads. Pardon me. Back to the roads. Hey, I don't want to see a lot of stimulation. It's a good time to take a breath. Hey, I liked that. I don't hate it. I hate this one though. It's the one I just drew. Okay. It's a little, I'm gonna admit it's a little inelegant, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I'm gonna take a straight road. Go all the way down like that. And then I'm gonna do, I'm gonna follow these guidelines pretty closely. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. This is kind of messy down here. I don't like this. I'm going back on this. This thing I can do a little bit better here. You know what I mean? I think I can do a little bit better. You know what I mean when I say I can do a little bit better. Never really messed around with curved roads quite as much as this. I mean, there was that one time. I admit it. There was that one time when I really got into them. That was exciting with the UFOs, right? Wasn't that fun? It's a weird intersection up there. I admit, I like it. It's strange. Look at this intersection. This is going to be a doozy. How are you going to drive through this retaining wall? I'm just going to believe that they wouldn't have connected it unless they could do it. Still, this doesn't look good to me. I'm sorry. Sorry to be so nitpicky, everybody. Ooh. Wouldn't that be something else? That looks a little bit better. And let's just see if we can do one curved road that isn't quite. Oh, that was it. That was the one I wanted. Yeah, that's good enough for government work, I think. Now watch this. How bananas is this then? Completely bananas? Yeah, I would say this is completely bananas. I don't know about that. And you know, I'm able to just spend all this time building roads because, well, just because. Because I'm making money from oil is why. I enjoy that a lot. We're going to have some fun up there. And we're going to have some fun down here too. We gotta build roads if we want to zone. It's just the way it happens. Honestly, I love it. I love every bit of it. I love every bit of it. I don't think you've ever, well, I don't, well, yeah, I still love it. I take it back. I still love it. I don't know how effective it's going to be in terms of building infrastructure and so forth, but I still love it. I still do. This feels a little dorky to me. I don't love that as much as I said I did. I'm going to start the curve a little earlier on. I think I just did the same thing, but I don't know. It feels a little bit better to me. I don't know what will go in there. Probably nothing, right? Oh, yeah, because that's on a cliff. And let's go ahead and start this going. And we can even have this guy go underneath or above this bridge, right? What is it right now? Goes underneath. That's nice. Nope. Making straight roads now, remember. Excuse me, I don't need that update, please. Thank you. I dropped a tiny bit of road and now I can't find it. It's like a contact lens. Woo! This is fun. This is fun, right? I don't know. What's your idea of fun? You can hear the music is getting excited. Maybe you can't. I wonder if I could get rid of this bridge. Find an easier way to get down faster. Nope, that's the only way to do it. It goes there like that. Mm-hmm. I think you see what I'm up to here, right? Can't do that. Can't do that, John. Come on. What was that? Watch this. Snuck around. Just sneaking around obstacles for fun. Some little sneaks. I mean, why not? Here we go. It's a good grid. I think it's a good grid. What do you think? Surely you will tell me what I'm doing wrong. It would be good to have a way out of here. Like that. That's a good way out. Oh, let's see if I can do that as a straight road. Yep. Okay. Now, look at this. I guess that's as far out as we go. Look at, okay, look at this. Oh, I know how to do it. Look at this. What a tangled web we weave when first we practice to build a city. What's going on in this little city now, I wonder? Because we do have some stuff going on, right? Oops, I gotta go back to the region. So one thing that I'm thinking about now is what to do next. One thing I need to do next is get some more water. Hang on, everyone's talking. Why can't every city have a plateau? Have you ever seen the Elliott Gould, Philip Marlowe movie, The Long Goodbye? It has an elevator that goes from one street to another in Los Angeles. I've been there. I've been there. We're going to get to the docks. Don't you worry about it. Water tower. We could use a water tower. That's right. I forgot that that's an Altman movie, The Long Goodbye. 70s, Altman, Philip Marlowe. It's good. I was going to take a break about 20 minutes ago. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up. Okay, I'm going to stand up, refill my flask. You guys can all talk amongst yourselves. I'll pop you in there for a minute because we're only going till noon today. Thank you, Celine, by the way, for joining me. John Hodgman for the joy of zoning. Hour 3 speeding by. If you're confused, every now and then I live stream the 2013 version of SimCity. Perhaps the most controversial version. Cities too small. Multiplayer effed. Glitches galore. But I love it. I'm going to show you why I love it while I'm taking a break. Okay, we're going to go in. We're going to find someone to follow around. I don't want to follow the people are dying all around us. Follow this heavy truck. This is what we've got going on down here so far. Came from Llama Petrol, named for our friend Llama. Very industrial down here. Very industrial. Still only dirt roads. Brody Velasquez, keeping the machine running. Came from Taco Filling, USA. Excuse me, Taco Filling Incorporated. Taco Filling USA is the name of something. Here's an industrial mill. I mean, it's 3:20 a.m., so you're not going to see a lot of people wandering around. There's the moon. Beautiful little town, wouldn't you agree? Thank you very much. Just one espresso. You're right. This is not taking a break. I apologize. I am going to take a break. It's going to be literally 3 minutes. I got to stand up, get more liquid. I'll be right back. Meanwhile, talk about if you have a favorite cookie to have on breaks. That's a great topic. Drop it into the chat, and we'll follow you. Here I go. Guy's probably leaving. Yep, he left town. Sorry, I'll be right back. Now I know. Now I know why these streamers all invest in special chairs. Everyone's talking about their breakfasts, their biscuits. Man, I used to eat the heck out of some vending machine lemon sandwich cookies. I remember those. I liked any vanilla cookie, honestly, even though I don't eat a lot of sweets. And I loved pecan sandy, and I loved a lemon cooler. Remember? Do you remember lemon coolers, yes or no? All right, back at it. Where are you going? So you'll see that we're gray across the board. We have been totally budget neutral here in Crude Haven. Everything's been going just fine. Oh no, look. Oh no, look. This is something I hadn't noticed. Come here. This road isn't connected even. How did that happen? How embarrassing. No wonder. Okay, I'm sorry, trucks. There, phew. What? Is it connected or isn't it? I think we have to wait and see if the truck uses it. Is this a glitch? Is this real life? What's going on here? Let's try this again. I was waiting for you to see if this worked. I'm sorry. This has to work. This has to be a glitch. What if I were to upgrade this road? Yeah, there we go. Now it's connected. And I was to upgrade that. Ooh, it's going to cost money, but I'll do it. There we go. All right. There we go. Yeah, it works. Oh. I love it here. Let's go up the hill. Honestly, this looks a little dumb here. Gotta fix that. Sorry, that looked a little dumb. Too high, you know what I mean? Where was it going? Oh, it was connecting, right. Now, see this little jog that I had to build, I don't need to do that anymore, I don't think. Let's see. That's the way to do it. We didn't. It's a little roller coaster ride for our friends. We don't need that little jog there. There we go. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. So let's zone, right? We're gonna grow now. We gotta grow. It's all we can do is grow. Oh, I've got an idea. Got an idea of what could happen here. Okay. We're going to put in a middle class. And it's going to happen, and it's going to be great. Something like this. It's just called zoning, y'all. Not sure what I just did there, but I did it. Like it or not, I did it. Weird. Come on. You don't want to put in too many shops. I'm telling you, you don't. You just don't. You want... I used to build too many shops, and then it was just shops complaining and complaining and complaining forever about not getting enough. I'm going to say it, not getting enough fucking freight. To which I say, who cares? And, I mean, why not? This will be a university. Saving that. I'm making you this promise. But let's have fun. I mean, why not have fun? Oh, I guess that's about it. Can I put something there? As Paul F. Tompkins once said about doing comedy, it's supposed to be fun. It's like, yeah, I guess I forgot that lesson because of anxiety all the time. What an odd little commercial district that will be. Here we go. It's fun, right? Are we having fun or what? I think we are. My name's John Hodgman. This is The Joy of Zoning, in which you are currently watching me truly zone out as I literally zone green residential districts and blue commercial districts in a simulated city that we call Crude Haven. Because we have a fair amount of oil in this here town. And probably we have too much, we don't have enough industrial zones as it happens. Just make that one all commercial. And then this is going to be a mirror image of this one. What fun, though. I mean, what fun. And I don't even think I need, it's just going to be residential. All right, now we're zoned up and we can zone down here too, some more. We really can. Yep, I knew that was going to work. Oops. No, can't do that there. That's too much. It's too much, and you know it, John. That can work. And alrighty then. What could... Hey, come on now. I did not mean to go to the region. This is a little... I feel like this is a little much. Too tight in there. Right? When what we want is a little road, a little connector road. A little curve, a little curvy. A little curvy-worvy. Curvy-worvy. There we go. A little curvy-worvy over here, too. I love it. I'll tell you what, I don't hate it. In fact, I think I love it. Well, I could have just gone like that, right? Couldn't I have? I love drawing roads. I just have to acknowledge that I love drawing roads, and I'm tired of hiding from myself. Maybe I could... Yeah, that's all right there. That's something. That's sort of cute. It's sort of cute. Let's zone it up. I see no reason to put a lot of cross streets in here. Saving this for something, trust me. Trust me. Hey, I really was zoning out there for a minute. Are you doing okay? How's everyone doing? I am doing fine, thanks. Okay, you can see everyone's moving into our nicely laid out city now. And you can see that we have two areas of waterfront. There's one major area of waterfront. And then we could probably put a commuter dock over here too. In fact, we can take a look at that now. Will it fit in there? Nope. So this is unusable waterfront. So that changes my plan for what was going to happen over here. Changes my plan, because the only place to put, yeah, you could put one there, anywhere along here you could put along. There and there. Remember, we have the commuter ferry over back in Ruined Hill, or Cursed Hill, I should say. Hey, it's Perry Von Vicious from wrestling. What's up, Perry? Yeah, I'm making the grid because I live in New York City. But you know, I grew up in Brookline and Boston, Massachusetts, where there was no grid, just cow paths. Mostly I make a grid because it's the most efficient way to build in the game. Curvy roads, I don't F with them that much. But I'll do it from time to time. Oh, we've only got 20 minutes left, Perry. I gotta build some stuff here. I'm not gonna do this right now. I don't think that's what we need. I think what we need is, oh, I forgot all about our other oil field, right? This was gonna be another oil field. There it is, in fact. All right, let's stop messing around then. I'm going to dezone all of this and this before we get too far. I'm going to get rid of this. How embarrassing. And this. As beautiful as that looked, that was not the plan. It was not the plan. The plan was to ruin the environment. And I'm going to do it. Watch. More oil. Is it even worth it to put one over here? I don't think so. I really loved the way that did that thing, but it's not. It's not. It's not what we need. It's not what we need. Okay. And I'm still leaving this area relatively unspoiled because I was thinking about, here's what I was thinking about, putting in a casino over there or some, touristy stuff. But the reality is, what I'm going to do there is a dump, garbage dump. In fact, I'm going to put it over there. That's going to be an issue in a minute. I could put it, no, I don't want to put it over there. I could put it in here somewhere, but I think I need that area for industrialization. I'm going to sneak it in over here. And it's not fun and it's not cool, but it's It's going to be where it is. And we are going to put in one garbage smokestack and some garbagey trucks. And everyone's just going to have to drive around that berm. Come on, get out of there. I feel bad that I ruined our grid over here, but you know, we didn't call this Crude Haven for nothing. And you're going to see something that's going to make me feel pretty bad in a second, too. Let's go. Let's max it out. These folks are, this is called eminent domain, gang. Now, I could do something really, and maybe should have. Put another one, here, I'll give you a little sign. There you go. Maxed out. What are you going to tell me? Not enough freight producers. This happens all the time. So you see, I could add one there, or I could add one here. To try to max that out, or I could add one here. And you know what? I'm going to do this. Yeah. And then, I know everyone's so sad, I know, but I should never have zoned residential there to begin with. It's my fault. It really is. Because I'm going to do something. Watch this. If not enough freight producers? Yeah, I know, dude. Watch. Now, if I take this road, I go along here. I can connect it to here. Or I could even connect it this way. And then I think I should be able to. Hello. Yeah, see, I can add derricks to this field this way. So I'm sneaking Derek's over into this other field. They call me Sneaky Derek. Did you know that? That's true. They call me Sneaky Derek. They call me Sneaky Derek. Quite right, Sneak. They call me Sneaky Derek. 8. 9. There's got to be a better place for this one. We got 240 there. Oh, 240, that's the place to go. 10. And I don't need this little extension here. Lazy Llama Luncheon and Llama Petrol. Wow. Now, I'm going to bop over to the comments. I haven't been watching them for a bit. I'm going to presume that everyone is giving me a standing ovation. Yes, no, maybe so. I think I can hear a concert by Eminent Domainivian. Oh, it's Donovan, right? Call me Sneaky Derek. I'm just wild about crude oil. Crude oil's wild about me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Oh, I'm so happy to have discovered my alter ego of Sneaky Derek. It will take everything in my power to not play this game until the next Joy of Zoning. Because I like this city. I mean, I do. I like Crude Haven. Let's take a look at it before we go. Maybe the answer is I need to play more frequently. I mean, I don't know. I mean, a month is very reasonable for my schedule. Every 2 weeks. Every week would be too much for my schedule because I do have projects happening. I mean, whatever happened to my projects? Some projects are in the past, like Dicktown. You can see it right there. Let me tour town while we're doing this. I'm gonna find someone who's walking around. Dicktown is, we're not making new ones at the moment. I have no idea what might happen in the future. But one thing that's true about the past is it is preserved for you in amber. In Hulu, the library of Hulu. And now, obviously, perhaps not so obviously, you can watch it on Disney Plus. It stars me and David Reese. We both created and co-wrote it and co-starred in it. And it's about a former boy detective who is now in his early middle age and is still solving mysteries for teenagers because he can't seem to develop any further clientele. Also there you can see that I am these people walking up the hill. You can see that I continue to do the Judge John Hodgman podcast every Wednesday at MaximumFun.org comes out. Gino Jones is walking up this hill. Keep walking up this hill. Make a deal with God or whatever. Came from jelly filling and lube. Tired of working at the factory, going home. I appreciate this person's getting his steps in. Oh, I was saying, Judge John Hodgman, you might even be watching this right now on the Judge John Hodgman YouTube channel. If you're not, may I invite you to navigate over there because it's a lot of fun. We are now filming the whole episode. It looks like a TV show, sort of. Maybe public access cable. And it's worth checking out. And if you do go over there, or if you are there now, all I ask, please, is that you smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Leave a comment. Hit the bell for notifications. Because if you hit the bell, you will automatically be notified when I am doing this again. Certainly within a month, maybe sooner. And as well, I have a new podcast with Janet Varney on the Maximum Fun Network called E Pluribus Motto. And it's basically a sort of road trip through these, for now, United States. Talking about weird culture and fascinating trivia, not fake, but real trivia, via the study of all of the state mottos, state mammals, state monsters, state snacks. It's called E Pluribus Motto. It's at MaximumFun.org. You can subscribe there or follow or listen wherever you get your podcasts. That's what's going on with me. Vacation Land and Medallion Status are available in paperback. Very proud of those books. Don't ask about my secret project with David Reese, please. I can't comment on it. I don't know if anything will even happen. But that's why my schedule is busy, I'm happy to say. But I would love to make this part of... Oh, and by the way, I forgot about something else. I got what you call a Substack. Did I get rid of that model? Hodgman.substack. Add that. It's free. There is a paid tier, but only because in the paid tier, I'm reading every chapter. That is to say, the entirety of Moby Dick, also known as The Whale by Herman Melville, out loud into the microphone. And they're all archived there if you want to go back and listen to this impromptu public domain audiobook with commentary on Moby Dick by me. I just need a book to read, and Moby Dick is it. But at the Substack, too, you will get updates and reminders about what things are going on with me. And occasional other free bits of writing and musings and so forth. You know, but you know, you can subscribe and you can figure out what it is. I've said enough. But that said, I mean, it does keep me busy. You can't ask me about that secret project. I would love to do a Secret Room show with HGTV with the Property Brothers. That was something we discussed, and I was like, I would prefer to focus on acting. Never focus on acting. Unless you're a real actor, I suppose. Anyway, that's everything that's going on with me. I would love to make the joy of zoning a more regular part of my time portfolio. Look at the beautiful bridge in the distance. And look, there's Cursed Hill. Look at this. That's a wonderful shot. Way out there in the distance, that's Cursed Hill where we started. How it started, how it's going. Crude Haven, going to get a lot of oil money, and we're going to turn this into an academic paradise. And intellectual paradise is going to be like Houston, destroying the world, but funding ballets. My name is John Hodgman. This has been The Joy of Zoning. Thank you very much for joining us again. Hodgman.substack.com is the place to go to get all the updates on everything that's going on in my life, including more Joy of Zoning. Great to see you, everybody. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Vortec. Until next time, Cafe Dave 58. Sorry, Vortec, you just said fried food. I might have some. Thank you, Jealous. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful early weekend. And I'll see you next time on The Joy of Zoning. I'll leave, but I'm going to leave this open for a minute. Oh, and my neighbor is a chainsaw massacre, apparently. Bye.